times. And now we're set for the next race to go. I think the ladies now are lined up against the wall. This is the Elite Women's Super Sprint now that is setting up as we get a look at the riders. Will we see Liz Reed Carlson, who we saw interviewed? She'll be in this field?
I believe she will.
That's her. I think right there in the blue.
Liz Reep actually had a difficult week. She was out here training earlier this week, and she hit the deck. She crashed by herself and was kind of skinned up pretty good. But she ended up going through the first heat of the match sprint, so we'll see her later on in the Women's International Challenge. So good job for Liz.
And the field for this race: Ashley Kimmett, Joanna Wurzma, Veronica Martinez, Kim Geist, Elizabeth Carlson, Catherine Cheatley, Michaela Anderson, Mafani Galloway, Kate Verneau, Brody Stewart, Shelby Eck, Laura Friedberg, Laura McConaughey, Davina Summers, Colleen Gulick, Nina Santiago, Kate Pochelny, and rounding out Mary Costello. Rounds out the field. And good field again of the ladies. This is the Festival of Speed and International Women's Competition, so they're doing a nice job.
Good to see Ashley Kimmett back out on the track. She's the rider in that lime green towards the end of the pack. Ashley graduated from college, from Moravian College a couple years ago, and she is now a teacher. And sometimes, well, your full-time job gets in the way of your professional biking career. So we haven't seen Ashley out here for a little while, but she's back at it now.
Glad to see her here tonight. As the ladies get set in the field, that is Veronica Martinez in the early front of the field. But now they'll break out and head around. Ashley Kimmett. We've announced her name a few times, Jason, for holding down that #1 spot.
Former Rider of the Year, in fact, last year. The Super Sprint, here's how this race is going to work. We're going to do the first half of this race as a missing out. So we're going to be taking out the last rider every time around. We're going to take a certain number of riders. I don't think they've told us how many riders are going to take out of this yet. And the last half of the race will be raced as a scratch race. Hubert Schley will put up the number of laps at the end of this, and the second half of the race will be run as a regular scratch race.
Kate Patlucci there is going to be the first rider out. That was pretty close there. Anderson was hanging back there with her. So it's nice to see. And again, everybody this time high on the track. No one wants to get caught in the pack, but someone is going to be knocked out of there. Looks like it's rider number 15. Galloway will be eliminated.
5 more riders are going to be taken out of this as a missing out. We'll see if anybody's playing the devil at the back of the pack. We've seen that quite a few weeks in a row here, where a rider will just kind of hang out at the back, and as they come out of the fourth turn, that rider just hits the gas a little bit, just beats one rider across the line, and will pick people off one at a time in the missing out.
I think that's Davina Summers. 22. Is that who got bumped out?
I believe rider 72 there.
72 got that. That was rider 20, they said, Laura Froberg. Got bumped from the field.
Good shape, no problem. But at the back is where the drama.
And somebody trying to play the devil up top there, and has done it, I think, twice now.
On the bottom,
in a missing out, the action is always at the back of the field, and there's Kim Geist gets eliminated. She was at the bottom of the track, which always looks tempting to be at the bottom of the track. The problem is riders can come up over the top of you and get you like the devil.
I think Summers is playing the devil back there, number 22. Well, we've got 2 more riders to get bumped, I believe.
At the back, another surprise. And
I think that's Anderson. Anderson gets bumped. She's had a nice summer here. Anderson from Perth, Australia. She's won a few races. Not this one, though. She's going to sit it out. Sometimes I think with the good food they have over at the snack bar, I think some of these guys missing out, and then they just kind of turn off and go out and grab a burger and fries. A lot of the fans here enjoy the food.
number 68, Colleen Gulick.
And Colleen Gulick there coming out of the race. Colleen Gulick racing out of Kutztown.
So Gulick now the last one.
And Hubert Schley now has put 6 laps up on the lap card, so we're going to race this now as a scratch race. So very simply, the first lady across the line after 6 laps is going to win.
And, of course, as always, maybe a little cash here and there if they start to get slow. I think they slow down on purpose to make them ring that bell for some money.
I think they're talking to Hubert Schley every time they go by. Hey, Hubert, why don't you ring that bell? Let's get some cash going here.
And we'll give you 10. Now somebody down low. Is that Summers breaking out of the pack, number 17?
Brody Stewart from Australia.
So Stewart comes down low, cracks out of the pack. That's a little bit of distance, but I believe the field is going to be able to reel her back in here in short order.
And one rider off the front, trying to stretch things out. That's Brody Stewart from Australia.
See if the field works together to try to reel this in. Sometimes riders that sit in the field, they don't want to be the one that does the work, the one that takes the first jump to try to catch the break, because if you do that, you probably are not going to win the race.
So Stewart now takes a peek under her left shoulder. Some great camera work there as she looked back to see how much distance she had between herself and the field. And there you get a good shot of it, too, as they go in around turn 1. 3 laps to go. Stewart still holding down that little lead. There's a good shot of Stewart, number 17, as she comes across. It'll be 2 laps to go after this. There goes Stewart. They'll knock that down. There's 2 to go now.
Defending rider of the year here.
3 to go. So, sorry about that, folks. Got a lap ahead of myself. But Stewart, there you can see, goes to the top of the track, Jason, and joins the pack. Now, a strategy there for her, or she knew she wasn't going to be able to hold the pace?
I think she realized she was just kind of wasting her energy off the front there. If she had gotten maybe a little bit more real estate on the field, she'd have kept on going, but she could see that she was going to be caught. Cycling, the name of the game is always conserving energy. You only want to use energy when you have to. Sitting in the pack, you work about 30% less than the person that's out front. So staying on somebody's wheel conserves energy. But she's back out at the front again, riding very aggressively, Stewart. And we are now down to 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go.
Ashley Kimmett has been just kind of sitting in the field. She's boxed in a little bit. Veronica Martinez, their rider number 6 from Argentina. She just won a big criterium up north a little while ago. Can't quite get the job done, though, there on the track.
That is Laura McConaughey, number 21, breaks through, actually splits 2 riders, and she'll come across the finish line first.
Another Australian rider there.
Big smile on her face as she comes around. And here's a look at the finish, Jason.
And there you go. Our rider from Argentina there was digging in as hard as she could. But the Australian rider number 21 there, Macaulay, she was sitting in the slipstream, textbook racing there, comes up out of the 4th turn and salutes the crowd with the victory.
And there it is, a good shot of your winner.
So this is our men's sprint semifinal.
Now we're going to go through some sprint finals. These are the men's sprint semifinals, pardon me, for the men. They should be